Since man has existed, he has asked questions about himself and everything else. These are some of the questions we have always pondered upon. Number 5. Are your senses lying? How do you know the information your senses give you are accurate? Think about it. Do you think it's true just because it appears true? Who is to say everything you have ever experienced is not a hallucination? For all you know, you could be a schizophrenic in a mental hospital, assuming that you are living an experience that isn't based on reality. It's shocking to come to the conclusion that your senses are all that you have to receive information from the supposed outside world. But are they even slightly accurate? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Number 4. What happens when you die, if anything at all? Humans have pondered this question for millennia. If you ask a Christian, they say you go to heaven. Ask an Eastern religious man and perhaps you will be incarnated in accordance with your karma. Then Western materialists will confirm that you better make the best of it while it lasts because there's nothing else to look forward to. If we want to be brutally honest and objective, whatever that means, maybe we can come to the conclusion that we simply don't know. Number 3. What is truth? No, really. Think about it. How can you know if something is true? For example, science depends on human observation, whether it's direct observation or whether we are talking about observing something through instruments. We're still using our senses to find out how the world works. But once again, we run into the issue of finding out whether or not our senses are even slightly representative of reality, whatever that is. Number 2, time. Is it an illusion? We think of time as the past, present, and future. The past being what we experienced, and the present being where we always are as it moves us toward the future. But many neuroscientists can tell you that this consistent pattern of moving from moment to moment can be tampered with. Even physicists have told us that time exists in conjunction with space and functions relatively different depending on things such as what speed you're going at. It seems that in terms of time, we might just barely have gotten to the point of scratching the surface. Number 1, how is it possible for the universe to exist? We all feel ourselves being alive along with everything else we experience in the universe. But how is it possible that any of this exists? I don't mean in a scientific sense, I mean logically. How can you account for the existence of anything? If the universe exists, then what caused it to exist? If something else caused it to exist, then what caused that to exist? If it exists by itself and nothing created it, then how is that even possible? The question of existence has haunted and intrigued people for thousands of years. But the answers to its mysteries remain uncharted. Will we ever be certain of the answers to any of these questions? Let me know what you think down below in the comments.